Hello, we have learned so far that in order to create variable and assign to it the first value, we need to type the name of variable, then the equal sign, then the value that we want to assign. And that's all. We can run the program and we'll get the value from the variable. But what if I want to create more than one variable? So far, we've been creating it like that. We hit the enter button, then the name of variable, and the value for the next variable. But what if we wanted to do it in one line? Well, then, if we do something like that, you will notice that we have got invalid syntax error, which means that something went wrong because the syntax is wrong. Why it's wrong? Why our computer, why the interpreter that interprets that code cannot see that this is just another variable to create? When you hit enter, the enter sign, so the new line, is interpreted by interpreter that it is the end of instruction. The instruction has just ended, okay? That's why it works. But when you do something like that, in order to tell the interpreter that you have finished the instruction already, you need to type something what is called semicolon. Okay, something like that, and then it will work. You can add the space here so it looks a bit better. And now when we type X, Y, Z, as you can see, the values were assigned properly. Now we are probably thinking why I added the semicolon here and here, but I didn't add it here. Because it works like that. Interpreter is gonna assign to X 5, and then he will notice that here is semicolon. So the next things that are after the semicolon are gonna be interpreted as the next instruction. And then y equals 2, he notices the semicolon, and then the z equals 1. And you do not need to add the semicolon here because, well, it's just not needed because you don't have any other instruction after it. So semicolon is really an enter for the interpreter. So it is the sign of a new line. Then you have just finished the instruction, okay? When you delete it, the interpreter will be like, hey, let's assign to X 5 and then assign to it also space, Y, and something like that. And he's like, well, wait a second, I don't know what you want to do here, okay? You need to inform him, hey, this is the end of instruction. So that's one way. And also, I will teach you in this lesson how to assign the Python way many variables in one line, because it's pretty simple in Python. In Python, you can just do something like that. A, comma, B, comma, C equals, and now when I type, for example, 1, comma, 2, comma, 3, 1 will be assigned to A, 2 will be assigned to B, and 3 will be assigned to C. That's cool, right? And I think it's faster to write and easier to read. What is cool, you can even assign here, for example, string. So test, and for example here bool value, and will also work fine. Great, right? So the types doesn't need to be the same. If you wanted to assign to each of that variable the same value, you could write it that way. But, well, it doesn't look so good. You can do it in the Python even better. You can write something like that. Okay, that's only the lesson. Thank you very much.